Hi everybody, I am Rebecca Dainton. I'm a Scrum Master and an Agile coach currently. And yeah, today I just wanted to talk about the definition of done within Scrum, I guess, and what that means. Well, I suppose what the definition of done is all about for anyone who doesn't know. And yeah, how important it is, I guess, for teams to have one and to commit to those definitions of done, and what it means for Scrum Masters as well. So hopefully nice quick video just kind of explaining a few of the concepts around definition of done. Absolutely not going to cover everything. I could write a book on it. I'm sure there are books on it. But yeah, so definition of done, very important. And one of the first things I'll kind of do when I start working with a new squad, new team, is first of all understand, do they have a definition of done already? If they do, amazing. I'll obviously try and understand that with the team. And yeah, are they committing to it? And is that kind of that software, that incremental kind of delivery for the end of every sprint, is that meeting that definition of done that the team have kind of committed to? And if it is, amazing. But a lot of the times you will find that teams don't have a definition of done, or they'll have a definition of done that only goes kind of so far. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. But yeah, so if there's no definition of done there, absolutely one of the first things I'll do with a new team is, let's get a workshop together. Let's understand, okay, what are we as a team committing to then in terms of the quality, I guess, that we're going to deliver at the end of every sprint. So it's about getting the team together, understanding, what can we commit to, what are we, telling our customers, our stakeholders, our users, we're going to deliver, and to what kind of standard, what kind of quality standard. So it's all about getting the team together, understanding that, doing a bit of a workshop and getting that agreed and committed to then. Because we shouldn't be, at the end of every sprint, we should be producing done software, done working software. And we absolutely shouldn't be reviewing or showing our stakeholders, our users, software that's not done, to our definition of done that we've all committed to. And I find it quite a useful conversation, actually, to talk about the definition of done at the end of a sprint. So, do we have working software to show our stakeholders? Does it meet our definition of done? And it's a binary answer, actually. It's yes or no. And I think you will find that sometimes you get a little bit of, well, yeah, it does, but we couldn't quite automate that feature. We've not done the automation testing for that one, or it does, yeah, but we just need to tweak a little bit here and there. But actually, that's not the answer I'm looking for. For me, it's does this feature, does this user story meet the definition of done? Yes, no. Yes, brilliant. Let's show our stakeholders our done software and let's get some feedback and inspect and adapt. No, okay, let's get it chucked into next sprint then. So it's useful for holding yourself as a team to that quality that you've committed to, and kind of just self-checking as well at that point of inspection and adaptation in terms of the sprint review. When I talked about half done kind of definitions of done, I don't mean half done. I suppose I mean not as mature as I'd like, or as the team should be working towards. So for example, you'll jump into a squad and their definition of done will have things like meets prototype, coded, unit tested, system tested, and then it might stop there. And then it might be, that's kind of within our team, that's what we've got control of. But in terms of QA testing or automation, they're different teams that kind of handle that side of the work. So that to me is kind of this half done definition of done. And that's, it's just a sign of a team that needs to mature, really, or an organisation that needs to mature and go on that journey into cross-functional teams a little bit more. So you'll see, I guess, unit testing, system test, and then it'll be handed off to another team that will specialise in, for example, QA or automation. Again, if you see things like that as a Scrum Master, then it's a bigger issue to solve. And it's about working, I guess, with the team, stakeholders you can influence, and organisational level, I guess, about, we don't really want these specialty kind of functional teams anymore of QA testers and release engineers, and we want everyone into this squad, this cross-functional squad that can get something from A to B, or from start to finish, definition of done. So yeah, the definition of done will mature over time, hopefully. And yeah, I think as a Scrum Master, it's absolutely our job to try and influence that definition of done, and help the team, because at the end of the day, the team are going to want to get something from A to B. They don't want to be handing it off to another team to finish, or another team to release, or so the more you can do as a Scrum Master to get that team more cross-functional, the better. And yeah, I suppose it's back to that sense of purpose, isn't it? If a team can get something all the way from kind of, prototyping and testing with users to coded, tested, automated, released, and then monitoring, that's the ideal, isn't it? That's what we want in terms of this cross-functional Scrum team. So anyone who's completely new to the DoD, the definition of done, I tend to use a bit of an analogy in terms of doing your laundry at home. So I'm sure everybody will have, done some dirty laundry at some point, done some washing. If not, you need to, don't be lazy. But yeah, so a definition of done, I guess, for doing the laundry. So from getting that dirty pile of laundry into a nice clean wardrobe would be something along the lines of, colours sorted into darks and lights, washed, dried, ironed, folded neatly, and then put into either a wardrobe or a drawer and hung on a hanger. So if I went into my wardrobe and found a t-shirt in there that was, been through the whole process but clearly not been ironed, I would speak to the person or the team, I guess, and say, look, what's going on here? This item has not been ironed. And you might get answers like, well, that day, the iron had broken, but we managed to kind of flat it out with our hands and we folded it really neatly and we thought the creases would kind of drop out. But I'm looking for that yes or no. So, does that washing meet my definition of done? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's not been ironed. It's not, you've not met the DoD. And it's exactly the same with software, I guess. And that's what the kind of definition of done's all about, is this quality set of standards that the team's committing to. So, a software definition of done, you might include things like, meets the prototype spec, it's unit tested, we've got unit tests, we've got system testing's done, it's been through QA, past QA testing, users have had a go with it, we've got automation tests written, it's ready to be released, and teams go into a lot more detail like that. Some teams might want much more techie kind of specific details. Some teams are happy with high level, things like product owner sign off, all that kind of stuff. And every definition of done's different, between different teams. But the main thing is, it's a team collaborative thing. It's not something the Scrum Master said, this is our definition of done, or the product owner said, we need to do this, or it's not done. This is the team getting together, committing to this definition of done, or being transparent and saying, we don't have the skills in our team yet to do that. It can't be part of our definition of done. Absolutely fine. We know that and we can do something about it if we made it transparent. But yeah, so it's about a team, collaboration, and then, once you've understood your definition of done, everyone knows what they're aiming for. It's that commitment, I guess, by everybody. And yeah, it's just a great tool, I guess, to use to make sure we're delivering that really good quality software, which Scrum is notorious for, providing a framework to really do that. And yeah, it's a great one for conversations prior to the sprint review as well. Are we there? Are we done? Yes, no. So I think hopefully that's given you a little bit of a flavour of the definition of done. Like I say, it's a huge topic. Any questions, just give me a shout on LinkedIn. Happy to have a chat. And hopefully that's helped people and just given a bit of an overview.